Basically, before you understand how this mind is work, I think we are very well know about it. What is the difference between this conscious mind and subconscious mind? So, what is the conscious mind? Conscious mind, which means when you try to something new thing learn in a first time in this life, because we have at that time is no idea. We just little bit started going on, and this repeatedly, and those who are repeated, this is converted subconscious mind. So basically, in terms of this power of the conscious mind, the subconscious mind is powerful compared to 95% than as a conscious mind. So let's say example, when you first time you want to try to drive the car, but you have no idea where is the bear, where is the plug, and how to use the accelerated and how much return is required in a cruise's brakes. We have no idea. But you continue the working on this one time, 10 times, 1,000 times, 2,000 times. Finally, the same thing you repeat and repeat again. This is the role of the subconscious mind. And whatever thing is stored in subconscious mind, this is permanently, they couldn't be changed. So when you think about it, when you first time when it's born in this planet, at the time we have no idea how to walk on the soil. But when first of the time when we are the toddler and first time we are just walking as a legs, then after I'm full of half of legs, then after full of standing, then after walking, then after I'm running. No one can direct the running. First of all, start to step by step by step. The same thing when you do this, those things again and again, is code is stored in the subconscious mind. Now, we think about the previous example as the drive this car. You think just amazing. You are talking, you are driving the car, but you are still as a phone calls. But whenever the time it push the brake, it automatically puts the brake. So why? Because this power of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind power up to when time you can manage your heartbeat, which time your heartbeat is so far, which time your heartbeat is slow, which time your heartbeat is middle level, compared to thought pattern. We will see. Now understand you first thing that mind is not create the happiness, its mind is find how to survive, which means whatever you thought is coming in your mind, and whatever you're thinking, whether it is your favorable and not favorable, only same type of thought is continuously going in your mind. How we will why? I'm today talking about some second topic, sleep. Because what happened when you are this sleeping has been 8 hours, but you are just feel as a sluggish. Why? Because use quality of the sleeping. Because when you are the sleeping and too much time on the dreams while you're sleeping is coming on, and but you are this wake up, you feel the tired because you have a low level of the sleeping. Now today I'm discussing about how to increase the boost of level of sleeping. Because the four today we understand that this is called the mind brain wave state. First as alpha, beta, theta and delta, the four types of the mind state. So when you are sleeping, while you are this awakening, when you are sleeping, your mind is working with 10x time more power than when you are awake. Because when you are the dream, he's calm while you're sleeping. You are thinking like as a make as a reality, but this is the delusion of the subconscious mind. This is not reality, and while you wake up at that time you had realized, oh, this is my dream, this is not a reality, and I'm still sleeping on my terrace, nothing else, and not anything is changed. Change in your thought pattern, change your power of thought pattern. So how to improve the sleep? So I'm talking about these four types of this brain wave. When you are just sleeping at that time, your brain wave state is a delta. When you are this awakened, it will be at that time your awakened state as a theta and beta. And when you are, you're fully aware after when you are this awaken and just have 2 then 3 hours, you are the state of the alpha. But when you are still awake at the time, state of theta and beta, this is responsible for this creativity. Have you ever thought about it when you are this woke up? So many of the creative thought is coming in your mind. If you are not noticed, then you can notice that. But when you are wake up, it's a little bit 1 and 2 hours. This completely thought and like its creative way. So at that time, if something you want to creative thinking, at that time just awaken, you must be have to think your creative, because this is the stage of the theta and beta is responsible for the creativity of thought. And when you are fully aware, is this time as a alpha. Now, how to raise your sleeping level? So when I'm using one application is the brainwave, you can download. I'm also putting the link in my description below, so you can download this app. So what you do, just before the sleep, just 10 minutes, listen the delta sound, not any sound, other sound, just delta sound. What does it mean? When you listen the delta sound, at that time your whatever the unwanted noise is going on in this mind is slow down. And that's the day when you are slow down and the sleeping. When you think about it, why, which technique and which what inside is going while we're sleeping, when our thought level is low, and particularly something like so much low at 10 decibel and 5 decibel. So after we are going towards the sleeping, I know we are this sleeping is that it, but we are not sleeping. Why? Because so much time is unwanted questioning and you are not completed. I'm not talking about you as a work as a body as a physical, but is internally, because whatever your thought, because every thought must be have to given your answer provided by you. And while you are not giving the answer for any thought, your thought is continuously going on. So let's have just little bit example I'm just giving to you. But while you sleeping, before you sleeping, just as I will say, I will describe the links below to download the application brain wave and just listen the delta sound. Now our point is, I think we have this thought I am not enough. I mean, I think so many times so thought is coming, I have not enough, I am not doing that well, I cannot do it, why? The type of thought. Three things is driving. Number one, less, loss and never. This type of thought is continuously going on and you think about it, I'm not enough. You just think about it. When you are just focused on I'm not enough, you are continuous, that type of thought is continuous, this is going on, and that type of frequency you are attaching your mind and this thought is connected only those particular things. So when you think about I'm not enough, just sit it, because because so many business, I'm just saying is lost, I'm lost my business, I'm lost my money, I'm lost my vows, and whatever this may be. It's never something is I'm never do it because I have no capability, and what is the big experience who had said I have never done this yet, and what is stuff doesn't matter, but just less, lost and never, just replace the word gratitude. First one is celebration, gratitude and love, because whatever thing you learn from anyone, you must be have to celebrate, must be have to think as a joyfulness. Gratitude means you are the thank, you are teach me, you are taught me. Number two, as gratitude which means thanks a lot, and thanks is God is giving to opportunity me and learn something through the internet, through the this kind of person. Love, I think love is the oxygen of the life. And remember again, love is the oxygen of the life, because you anything you new thing you learn without love, doesn't matter how much money you earn, but you are not feel fulfillment. Because what now this aura is what the generation lifestyle number immediately gratification. I'm repeat again, immediately gratification, because I'm doing this thing because I want to be YouTube channel. I'm started, I'm the 1,000 subscriber, and within it to 5 and 3 days this never happened. This is because whatever you do, we directly focus about the end result. We are not allowed to process which way you going on journey, because when you are the too much focus about the result and not like the process happen, you are the reach your definition where you are not still fulfillment, because whatever your thinking pattern while you are doing this work, because the must be you are not like the reason you are life, whatever you follow the process in your journey of life. So you must be have to, because whatever the thought, just think about it, just 10 seconds I'm given, just think about it, what is thing is lost, what is thing you are not enough. I'm not enough money, I'm not enough for, I'm not beautiful, I'm not girlfriend, whatever, what thing you have not enough, just think about the 10 seconds. Okay, what you feel at the time you write now, what you type of thought is coming in your mind. Now we do something reverse, just 10 seconds you think whatever you have, just think about it, do the 10 seconds. Just observation your facial expression, observation what you feel at the time right now, because focus goes, energy flows, because this is the golden to the thumb rule. Whatever you focus, the type of thoughts is coming, thought is contained the feeling, and feeling contains the bunch of the abundance, and those abundance contain your habit, and habit contain your destiny. So finally, whatever the focus goes, and energy flows. Now nowadays, just thinking about it, after the thousand of the year is one people is sitting is far away. I'm talking about 1,000 years before ago. So one person is 1,000 kilometers ahead, another person is one also ahead, but he is between the interaction with to the power of the mind. So now the same thing happened throughout the technology. Like one people is sitting this American, one people is sitting this India, and his people is called to me, and he's dialing to my number, and I'm just pushing my phone, and Sam say hello, and what are you doing, and what's happened, and what's going on, like that, what kind of stuff. So what is happened? This particular frequency he will crave in through the communication. Now everything, every type of energy is available in this environment, with the sorrow, happiness, frustration, anger, anxiety, phobia, all theory already existed in this environment. So whatever your thought, I'm talking about how this mind interaction and how this thought is coming in your mind. Please take attention. Whatever your thought, before your thought is coming in your mind, first just think of, if you feel as a happiness, okay, you are the feel as happiness. So what happens? Whatever your thought in next thought will pick up in your mind, whatever the happiness in the surrounding us, whatever maybe happen, whatever your neighborhood, whatever your colleagues, whatever the friend, whatever. This kind of thought is coming. And reverse will also happen when you are too much upset and too much frustration with yourself. Okay, you are the frustration, and next thought is tapping out in this environment is a frustration, because you think about them, more happy people, more happy, frustration, more frustration, love, more love. So just think about it. Whatever thought you are the thinking in your mind, next thought must be committed is the same pattern. So how to change your pattern? We're talking about the next video, how to change this pattern through the kinesthetic, visual, audacity, and I'm already the post this video. This video is Hindi. So how to identify that we are kinesthetic, auditory, and visionary. So basically the filtration and delusion, distortion and dilation. I think this kind of, I think this filter, and through the filter the particular thoughts is coming, we already the understanding. You can watch how to communicate the model of the mind in the description below. You can watch it now this point. So whatever the thought, whatever you doesn't matter, you have to feel happy, upset, yeah, frustration, and next thought will be you are tapping in the same level. So you must be remember, if you want to feel the happy, just change your way. If you want to feel the happy, just what is the biggest spectacular moment in your life? Just think about it. And you stand back. What you feel and what you feel can generate your emotion. First time you born on this planet, you have no idea. We have this mind is exists, which means the hardware is existing, your software is not intelligent. You don't know how to work, you don't know how to think, you don't know how to express the world. So, but your heart still beating your own intelligence. When about this mind is compared to heart, so heart is more power than compared to mind, which means because you do not anything, your heart is still this beating, which means your heart is more power to compare your mind. So basically, when you are the frustration, when you are anxiety, when you are depressed, when you are not good at that time, your brain wave and heart wave is not aligned. You are the show in the screen. This is like a zigzag. But when you are the full, the extremely enthusiasm, full of spectacular movement, you are just too much excited about. If doesn't matter which thing you is good at or bad, but you are too much excited for anything or anywhere. Your hardware and your brainwave is aligned in the same direction. Now, to do something practical way, just think about it. Just touch your both your heart and just think about it. What is the biggest and enthusiasm moment in your life? Just think about it. Okay. What is the second moment in your life? Just still in your place, both of high touch in your heart, and just think about it. What is the biggest moment in your life? You are extremely happy. Just visualize, just feel it, and just breathe it. Number third, what is the third moment? You are the biggest and lovable moment in your life. You are the extremely happiness create for your life. What is the third moment? Now just think about it. What is the fourth? You are the coincidence, which means you are the love of your life. You are the meeting with someone, and you say, what a great surprise. Now think about it. This type of moment, you are this coincidence happen. Maybe happen in 1 year, your 10 years. What is the coincidence that happened? Just think about it. Now the time, your hardware and your brain. I think I know you are too much happy and feel in this moment. Just see yourself. Just see your feeling you feel in your heart. That's extremely powerful. Now the state, your brain wave and your heart wave is aligned because you are stressful. Stress is fully avoided. You are fully bliss of the state. So wherever the focus goes, energy flows. The thumb rule is apply. You can anything. When you are feels depressed, anxiety, you are not liking this moment. Just think about it. What is the greatest happiness moment in your life? Just think about it. Now moment just touch your heart. You ask your question. You are not solve it. Your heart is guided. Your heart is given your answer. Just touch your heart and you close your eyes and you ask which thing you have not enough and how to change it and how to grab this my desire and my dream life. So just you are grab like that way with a 20% boost your immune system. Now then you have this now what something I think people I think most of people singing because I'm the 5 minutes is create anger is what happened? What happened? We are not if I'm not happy, so what's happened? Which means you are still this anger, your all this body's muscle has contracts, your viscera has contracted, your muscle are this contracted means not enough amount is circulated blood in your body. And the scientific studies show when you are this just anger and you're at anxiety, when you have fear, just 5 minutes. So what happens inside in the body? The 45 minutes shut off your immune system. Immune system is the help us any the unwanted viruses came in your body through the outside. He is fighting with them. So you 45 minutes stop your immune system. This is the biggest drawbacks in it for your body aspect. So just think about it. When you are the feel depressed, you think about it. When you are depressed, just 5 minutes, your 45 minutes set up your immune system. This is proven on the scientifically. So whenever you frustration, whenever you anger, just think about it. What is the biggest happiness moment you have done in your life? And you change your facial expression. Now, in a second, the good way you change your mood by the fraction of the second, you change your emotion, change your facial expression. How? When you are feeling this anger, nobody, oh, I'm feeling anger. Not like that. Oh, I'm just sad. I'm just upset. You know what? What is the something bad happened with me? No one. How? You know what is the bad happen? No one tell. Everyone has certain facial expression for certain emotion, with certain feeling. So whenever just radically change your emotion, what is the happen when you change your facial expression inside of the body? When you change your facial expression, your body try to sync with your movement, with peak. When you are just feel, I know you are just feeling so depressed, but you try to feel as happy. Your body, that type of chemical is generated in your body. I think basically the two chemicals I know. This one is dopamine and the second one is cortisol. When you are the more happy and the more release in dopamine, you are like, oh yeah, wow, like that type of feeling. When you more dopamine generated into your body, when you are full of the stress at that time, is generated on the cortisol. This is like the stress hormone inside of the body. When you too much stress is cortisol is too much is radically improve in your body. This type of chemical is dopamine is for your for your pleasant moments, and type of cortisol when you are too much is upset and stress, and because at that time you too much release your cortisol. So now I'll end the session. I will complete the one line. Just energy focus goes, energy flows. Whenever you focus, same amount your thought it takes to the universe and generate your feeling is generate your experience generate your subconscious mind, and subconscious mind is repeated even your outflow while you facing a this type of moment in future, and finally defining your destiny. So thank you for listening my video. Next video I will tell you the how to change your pattern of the mind with already the bad thing happening over the memory of the subconscious mind. And thank you and love you to all.